In today's video, I want to see if we can use the Claude Design Capture to steal or be inspired by designs throughout the internet. I'm going to just do one quick test. More so, I just want to show you that this feature does exist. I found it kind of be like tucked away a little bit. Surprised it's not a Chrome extension or a browser extension in general. Maybe it's going to lean in that direction in the future. But let's just dive right in. I'll show you what this is, and then we can take a look at using the grab web element inside Claude Design. I want to show this fun little thing that I saw inside of Claude Design, something called grab the web element, and it allows you to add the Claude Design Capture to a bookmark bar, which effectively is almost like having a Chrome extension or a Brave add-on to a degree. So you have your View Bookmarks bar on your Brave browser, which is what I'm using. You drag that up there, and now you can go to any website and click on this. Let me just move my face out of the way. And if you went to something like Stripe's website, I could click this. You'll see it brings in this little pop-up down below, says Claude Design Capture. Click elements on the page to capture them. Press escape to stop picking. So if I liked this component right here, this div container here on stripe.com as like a hero section for a website, I could click this and you'll see it drops in a whole bunch of code inside that, basically just like view sourcing what's happening behind the scenes so that you can steal these components from, or maybe I shouldn't say steal, you could be inspired by other designers and other web designs that are out there. So then what I'll do is, so let me just hit escape and that'll get rid of the selector. Now I will copy this and bring this into my project. And I'll say, create me a simple HTML, CSS component that I can use as a hero section on my website. And I'll just paste in that code, which is represented by this little pill icon there. I'm going to send that. I don't know how long this is going to take, so I might skip ahead and we'll get back to the project once it's done. So the results are in. We're able to see Claude Design had published, it's publishing a navigation and a site title too on this landing page. It didn't just focus on creating the hero section that I wanted. And it did probably like a C- on its actually cloning, but it did take some of the bigger elements from the larger component that I was going after, and it just kind of built it its own way. It didn't take exactly how Stripe was laying the stuff out. So you have like this version 2.0 is live, which it's sort of interpreted as like, hey, this thing is going to be live and updated because it sees this global GDP running on Stripe, which is data that's live updating in the background theoretically. And so it kind of just interpreted it that way. Big call to action area, as it says here, big fluid headline with a mixed sans and italic serif accent for the word faster. Stripe doesn't do that, but it does have a different color for the big header call to action here. So maybe that was the way it interpreted the design. Instead of showing multiple colors, it's just going to do this italic version. And also maybe behind the scenes in the code itself, I didn't look at the actual inspected code. Maybe there's something there that it was supposed to be italicized. It's not working on mine for Stripe. Who knows? And then subheadline, not a big deal. 2 call to action buttons, but not square. And none of this feels as full width as Stripe, right? It doesn't feel like this is as going, within the widths of the particular container. It feels kind of constrained to like a 50-50 or 60-40 kind of thing. And then it throws down this, sort of social proof testimonial, loved by 12,000 builders, 4.9 on Product Hunt. To me, that feels like LLM training in the background that says, well, this is a tech site. Theoretic, potentially because of the code that we're looking at here and it's taken from Stripe. Maybe the user is trying to make a tech-based site. Tech-based sites generally have like these social proofs like testimonials or, ratings on Product Hunt and so on and so forth. And it kind of just threw that in there. There is no, let me just check this. If I pick more elements here, I hover over the element. This is the one that I had selected. It didn't have this logo section below, so I don't know why it interpreted having that other than just sort of like LLM hallucination / training. A lot of people might just say, okay, that's great, looks good, I'll just take it. If for my case, if I wanted to build a component that I'm going to use on the site, it didn't do that great of a job mimicking exactly what I saw on Stripe. at the end of the day, still early times with Claude Design. I just wanted to show off web element feature. You just drag this from Claude Design into your browser, bookmark bar, and then you can go and kind of clone and see if you can steal or be inspired by these designs that are out there on the web. That's Claude Design. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more. See you in the next one.